Good morning, everyone. I am back. Yes, I know I have been gone for quite a while, like actually 10 days to be exact, and that is because, well, life ganked me really hard and kicked me in the balls, and so I just had to roll with the punches or the kicks. But nevertheless, I am back. Now, before we jump into the NGS pre-maintenance checklist video, I do have some exciting news for you. So the very first thing I want to announce is I have been accepted to the Do It Night Abyss Creator Program. As you guys can see in the B-roll, this is what the game looks like. It's sort of a mishmash of Genshin Impact and Warframe. At least the movement and the playstyle and everything about the game looks and seems like Warframe-ish, or maybe the First Descendant-ish, depending on which game you prefer. But nevertheless, this is a game that I will be checking out. I have been invited into the closed beta test, and so when I do get access to this game, I will be covering it extensively. The second thing is, of course, Stranova. A lot of you guys know that I do play quite a bit of Stranova, especially those who follow me on Twitch. And yes, I will be covering this game as well. Now, other than that, there are, of course, the flavor of the month games. So, you know, of course, we do have Dynasty Warriors right now, which is pretty awesome. I haven't had the time to play it, unfortunately, as life was kicking me in the balls. However, other than that, there is also Monster Hunter Wilds. When that comes out, 100% we will be playing the living daylights out of that, as well as, you know, making some videos and just letting you guys know whether it's worth it or not. Spoiler, it's probably going to be worth it just because I played the beta tests and the, yeah, they look freaking awesome and the game's really fun. So, yeah, we're going to be covering that as well. But with all of that out of the way, let's return to NGS. So we do have the NGS headline in 2 days, so that will be on a Tuesday, so we can definitely be excited for that. I don't really think I'm gonna be doing an NGS prediction video. Maybe tomorrow I might do it, but likely not, simply because I don't really have that much expectations. I know that we are getting Dark Falls Vial. We're also getting new floors on the Masquerade. You know, I cleared all 40 floors already off stream, unfortunately, because I couldn't stream. But nevertheless, I am hoping that Masquerade does get harder in the future levels. So we are getting another 20 levels, so that is pretty exciting. Other than that, I don't really know what else to expect. I heard that we are getting like a mini story, but yeah, I'm not expecting anything like game breaking or like that's super crazy that's gonna wow me. I think it's still gonna be the same old stuff, you know, nothing too impressive. It's gonna be enough content for most casual players who play the game like, you know, 8 hours a week. It's gonna be enough for you guys, but for my friends who main this game, I think you guys are gonna be disappointed to some degree, especially if you're expecting like, you know, crazy amounts of content. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. Dark Falls Vial is going to be like the centerpiece or the main attraction, and then possibly new weapons. They probably will release a 12-star rating weapon which is craftable, where, you know, defeat Dark Falls Vials like 20 times and you'll be able to make this weapon. Probably something along those lines. Now, with all of that said and done, it is time to jump into the pre-maintenance checklist. So the very first thing I want to talk about is, of course, the freebies. Now, these freebies have been around for quite some time for me because I just haven't been able to log into the game, but there is, of course, the Super Genesis gifts over here, so make sure that you do pick up all the Super Genesis gifts. So that is pretty nice. They're the same thing every single week, by the way. And then we also got a follow and repost campaign. We actually hit the milestone on their Twitter or on X, and so we do get a bunch of rewards over here. 25 Super Genesis Festival 2024 special scratch tickets, which is pretty nice, so make sure to pick those up. All right, with that out of the way, the next thing I want to talk about are, of course, the scratches. So the PSO2 emote Memories 2025, this came back. So this is a rerun of a lot of the high value emotes. This will be going away on the 29th or maintenance, and there is also the weapon camo one. Now keep in mind that the weapon camo one actually has some Yakuza collab items in here, as well as some other collab items. So it's definitely worth taking a look at the weapon camo Memories if there is anything that you might want to buy, because remember, these are all tradable items, so you can buy them off the player market. Now, for my friends who are wondering about the Frieren scratch, this does not go away until February 5th. You have plenty of time over here, so, you know, you can just sit tight. However, the prices are a little bit insane. Like, if we look at the Fern hair right now, it's 22 million. The Fern staff is like 22 million as well. It's a lot of money. If we like Frieren, you know, Frieren's hair is going for 28 million. Her staff is at, okay, her staff is at 20 million, but it's still ridiculously expensive. So, yes, Frieren is very popular because, well, guess what? The Force class is really awesome. So forces are eating good. The next thing I want to go over is the AC shop over here. There are two packages that are going away, the rare drop rate plus 200%, as well as the enhancement EXP plus 500,000. Personally, I don't think either of these are worth it, but hey man, if you really want these augment transfer pass vouchers, you can purchase them here, because remember, you can purchase this 3 times, so that'll give you 12 vouchers. And if you're mega baller, you can buy the 1000 AC set 3 times, and that will actually give you 15 and augmentation transfer pass vouchers. But again, personally, I do not think either of these are worth your AC. There are other sets over here that are also still around that actually give you like some emotes as well. These don't go away until February 5th. But again, you don't really need these. Yeah, you could if you really want the emote and all the bonus items, because you do get quite a lot of bonus items, which are pretty nice. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the SG shop over here. Remember, the once a week and augmentation item protection is still around at 450 star gems. This actually doesn't go away. I always thought that this would go away eventually, but apparently, I guess Sega decided to just keep it around forever, which is pretty nice because that basically guarantees that people can get 3 and augmentation item protections every single week. Especially for my free-to-plays, this is very, very difficult to get this item. You are limited to 1 a month under normal conditions. So being able to get more of these at the cost of star gems is a very nice option. But again, you do not need the end augmentation item protections unless you are a min-maxer. So for me personally, I will be buying this because I do need these, as I do make really dumb videos of trying to max out all my gear all the time. Alright, with that out of the way, the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, the ARKS Records. So this week's ARKS Records is Doll's Burrow Solo. Just make sure that you do it once so that you do get your 20 ARKS Record badges. Now, as usual, you want your ARKS Record badges to pick up all of these really nice looking weapon camos or just star gems in general. The weapon camos do not go away until February 5th, so you don't need to worry about that. Next thing I want to talk about is the Aegis Integra exchange shop over here. We're going to click on our Aegis Integras. I actually haven't played in like 10 days, so I don't actually have any of my Neo A weapons to exchange into extra Aegis Integras. But the LTQ did drop a lot of Aegis Integras, at least the one like 2 weeks ago, I believe. So nevertheless, I still have like 800 Aegis Integras, so I'm able to purchase all of the different Aegis Soul 4s as well as all of the different Dominas so that we can craft our Halphinales. Now that we've purchased all of that, we come to the item lab, exchange augment capsules over here, and then we can type in Halphinales, and here we go. We're able to make 2 Halphinales, which is nice, and then on top of that, we can use that in order to create the Magus Halphinales or the Lux Halphinales. The Magus Halphinale actually gives us 10 HP, 8 PP, as well as 5% potency, versus the Lux Halphinale gives us 20 HP, 6 PP, as well as 5% potency. So they do give the same amount of potency, so damage-wise, it doesn't matter which one you pick. However, the HP and PP is different. Again, Lux gives you more HP at 20 versus Magus only gives you 10. However, Magus does give you 2 additional PP over the Lux Halphinale. So it's really up to you whether you value that extra HP or if you value that extra PP. I personally still prefer Lux Halphinale because I do value HP more than PP, because when you're dead, you can't deal damage. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, the item recycle. This is still available over here. The star gems, we can still get our 50 star gems over here. Wabam, there we go, 50 star gems obtained. I believe the second option is still available too, where we can get another 50 star gems. Oh, I'm very surprised that this is still here. This one actually goes away on February 5th, so that is really nice. You can still get 100 star gems every single week, so make sure that you do that. Then there is, of course, the alpha reactors, where you can actually get 100 alpha reactors every single week as well, so make sure that you do that. Remember, in order to do all of these exchanges I'm talking about right now, you do need a bunch of these NEX cubes in order to do so. So if you are running out of NEX cubes, or you've just totally run out, make sure to come to the item lab, head over to exchange enhancement materials, other enhancement materials, and right here under the second option is NEX cubes. You're able to turn any of your class EX cubes into extra NEX cubes. So if you didn't need any of your bouncer ones, or remember, you can mix and match whatever you want over here. So look, I can put like 999 of like a bunch of different class cubes. So I'm putting like 4,995 of these cubes. I say yes, and that's going to give me 499 NEX cubes, and wabam, there we go. So here we go, we just obtained a bunch of these extra NEX cubes, put those away in our storage. We got our 100 alpha reactors, we sell that for 350,000. We have 10 Rappy Shape Fritters, very, very beautiful, a lot of goodies over here. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, the Genesis Point Shop. So head over to Genesis Point Shop. I believe all the minerals have restocked. Yep, here they are. They have restocked, and they don't expire until the next 16 days. So we've got plenty of time to buy out all of the minerals. As you can see, buying out all the minerals only costs 8,000 of your Genesis points, and it's a lot. Look at that. It's 200 of all of these minerals, so it's definitely worth buying every single month. Remember, these do not reset weekly, these reset monthly, but nevertheless, you still want to buy them when they're available. Alright, with that out of the way, the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, the Alliance Badge Exchange Shop over here. Again, we can pick up another 30 star gems, so let's yoink that real quick, and wabam, there we go.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel, it really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.